So today we're going to discuss the media project. Kalilah has hers prepared for us, so she will be
My
presenting.
God. It's, how do you say, sobra sempre para mim?
And
I think Thales is anxious to present today. Oh, this face. Oh,
No.
okay, let's do this.
Wow.
Today we talk about Memórias Póstumas de Brás, Cubas by Machado de Assis. It's a Brazilian book. Now it's very famous. American reader discovered this book, and was a moment, and everybody is talking about this book. Everybody read this book.
Thales or Wagner, do you remember this book? Did you read this book as a teenager?
I remember, but I don't remember if I read. Yeah, I know the history with the book. I know everything about the book, but I never read.
I will change your opinion. It's my challenge about this book because it's. I love this book because it's totally different that we are used to read. I think for that reason it's a class of literature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can see that the plot is not the most important about this book because the plot is nothing. What is important in this book is the reflections, the way of Machado de Assis wrote this book impact our life, our minds, our opinion. I think it's the main points here, I think, in my opinion.
May I ask a question?
Okay, not difficult questions. Simple questions, please.
Okay. So
Okay.
I have two questions. I think they're easy though. The first question is this picture, is this Brás, Cubas, or is this Machado?
Machado.
This is Machado.
Machadinho.
And now my other question is, Brás Cubas is the name of the character?
Yes, the name of the character.
Okay, I thought that the name was very different.
Difference. This book is written by Machado de Assis, a very famous Brazilian author. In my opinion, it's the most important Brazilian author.
Mhm.
It was published in 1881, considered one of the most important novels in Brazilian literature. The story is told by Brás Cubas. Brás Cubas is a character and the narrative. It is an autobiography written by a dead man.
Narrator.
Yes. Can you imagine? What can you imagine? It's a different book writing by a dead person. You can imagine if there is a difference or not. Compromise and with other opinions, with others, you can say anything that you want because you are dead in the moments. You can say what you think.
Mhm.
In this case, it is this narrative.
Yeah, narrator.
Yes. Narrator. A man who can talk about his family, his friends, his lovers.
Então nós estamos vendo agora do luto.
Yes.
Okay, agora a man who can talk about his family.
Yes, a man who can talk about his family, his friends, his lovers, his desires, selfish romantic failures, mistakes, aspirations, uncensored. In this case, I think it's the most important because he's dead and now he doesn't care about other people's opinion anymore. That gives him the space or freedom to say everything exactly as it is.
Freedom to talk what you think.
Yeah. This book is adapted to a movie, a film, in 2001, and this is the how do you say a folder?
Poster.
Poster. Yes. Sometimes people watch the movie and they don't read the book. No, I know the plots, I know what it's about, and they prefer watch the movie instead read the book. I prefer. I think it's better read first, and after you can watch the movies to imagine the situation. Plot overview. It doesn't mean that he wrote the book then died. And when we talk about that narrator, you imagine, the person write the book and after died. No, he wrote the book, he died and wrote the book. Brás Cubas reflects on his life from the afterlife. He tells his stories with humor and irony. Irony?
Yeah, that's correct. Irony.
Irony. Focus on themes like love, death, and social criticism. Unlike most stories, it starts with Brás' death and goes back to talk about his life. And this book is full of praise. And the one is this. I had no children. I did not transmit to any creature the legacy of our misery. Não tive filhos, não transmiti a nenhuma criatura o legado da nossa miséria. And some people say, no, Machado de Assis is...
My question is did this quote become famous because people liked the quote? They began to identify the quote, or did he have a page like this where he highlighted just this quote?
I think it's not identified, but I think people was shocked with this phrase.
They were shocked.
Shocked, yes.
Shocked. Okay.
Because some teachers classified Machado with a pessimist person. Oh, it's a pessimist period of our literature. No, it's not. I think he intends to pass a message and to pass a reflection. For that reason, he used some words, some expressions. And not because, I'm sad, I don't believe on society and world. No, I think he believes in world, and I think it's have a purpose. Yes, to cause reflection. Impact of the book on society. Reflection on death and life. The stories reflects on the meaning of life and death. Social criticism. The book criticized the Brazilian society of the 19th century. It makes readers think about social inequalities and the emptiness of certain life goals. Because in that time, it's not so common reflects about society and the rich and poor people. Now, I think we start to do this. I saw this in this election. We can reflect about this. People don't want you think about your life and think that you are you can be different. You can have more and do more about yourself and your family. Our society can direct us to
Directed.
think that we are limits, we are, how do you say, conformarmos,
Conformed.
conformed with our situation, and it's not so common that, especially that moments in 19th century, to criticize about this. If Machado de Assis only criticized this, it's not a literature, it's a paper or opinion, but he put this in a novel, and I think it's the brilliance of Machado. You can ele te dá tapa na cara e você fica lá, it's good. It's so
It's true.
Tapa na cara seria a slap in the face.
Yes, shock of reality, and you can notice this. And it's with humor too, not revolt, or he used irony and humor. I think it's good for this. Human vanity. The book shows how people can be self-centered and shallow, né? Shallow.
Shallow, yeah. Shallow.
International influence. Writers and critics worldwide, like Susan Sontag, recognize this book as a masterpiece that influenced modern literature.
Good.
Narrative style. First person narrator. Brás Cubas tells his story from his unique point of view, because it's his point of view. When there are other narrator, it's onisciente é muito difícil. How do you say omniscient?
Omniscient. Omniscient.
Yes, a narrator who knows everything, and it's in a third person. Oh, okay, he view everything, but in this case, no, it's only his point of view, and you can not rely in them. Non-linear plot. The story jumps around different moments of his life. I think it's the most important point that people say, no, it's difficult to read, because we are used to in beginning, the middle, and the end, and the
linear.
I think it's happened because Machado say, no, the story is not important. Forget story. Think about the topics, not the story, because the story is only how do you say, desculpa?
An excuse.
An excuse to say what he wants to say. And influence and legacy. Memórias, Póstumas de Brás, Cubas is considered a masterpiece of Brazilian literature. Influenced many writers, include modern authors. Now it's studied today because for his innovative narrative and critical society perspective. Now his book is actual.
Okay, current.
Now this book is still current.
Current, yeah.
Yes, not an old book. And they finished this book with this phrase. This is dedicated to the first worm that gnawed my flesh. Ao verme que primeiro roeu as frias carnes do meu cadáver, dedico como saudosa lembrança essas memórias póstumas. Have you ever read this classic? Just read. And I found the American fluency that read this book. If you can share this screen, Kevin.
World, I need to have a little chat with the people of Brazil. I'm not quite done with Brás, Cubas. Got about 100 pages left. But I have 3 big problems with this book. Number 1, my edition, only 300 pages. I got 100 left. If I am really careful, this will last me through the weekend. And then what? What am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? Number 2, I'm reading this book for Brazil, for a Read Around the World project that I'm doing in alphabetical order. What am I supposed to do? Why didn't you warn me this is the best book that's ever been written? I still have to read Brunei through Zimbabwe. And I'm reading this now. You couldn't intervene and just recommend some mediocre fiction and then when I was completely done, tell me to read this book? And 3, now I have to learn Portuguese. Thanks a lot. The translation I'm reading, oh gosh, who did the translation? It's exquisite. This is absolutely incredible. I can't get over it. Oh, I'm reading a translation by Flora Thompson DeVoe. Amazing. But I can't even imagine how good this is in Portuguese. So now, in the middle of a Read Around the World project, I have a side quest to learn Portuguese. Thanks a lot.
So let's just review narrator.
Narrator.
narrator,
Narrator.
Yeah,
Narrator.
narrator.
Narrate.
Narrator.
Narrate.
And this one?
Omniscient.
omniscient,
Omniscient.
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 omniscient,
Omniscient.
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 Very good. So thank you so much, Kalilah.
Let me do this.
He had other book. It's famous in Brasilia.
And next week we'll have another. So